Base Camp Kilimanjaro.
Wow. I went to the streets of Northampton to ask people what their favourite image was, and I was surprised to hear no one cared about the gear, but I wasn't actually surprised because I knew that would happen.
My family, I suppose, all of us together. They're my family. I don't see my son very much, but I've got a grandson and my daughter.
My favourite photo is the pyramids in Egypt. We were out there at Sharm el Sheikh. One at Sharm el Sheikh, yeah. And it was very good out there. That's what we liked.
Yeah.
Out in Egypt.
The memory.
Good memories, yeah.
Yeah.
Skin diving, scuba diving.
But that's the photo.
Yeah, that's the one. The pyramids
Thank you.
in Egypt.
I feel like as photographers, we get bogged down with the equipment that we're using. We get bogged down with the fact we need to get the next equipment. And I realise the hypocrisy of that because I am an ambassador for brands and I do promote those brands, but they enhance my images to get more storytelling, I believe, out of them. However, I feel like sometimes there are people who will go, what brand are you? Oh my God, okay, that brand. Like forgetting that it's not about the brand or the equipment I'm using, it's about the final image and what that means to the person who's intended to consume that image, to view that image, to absorb it.
The Clare, when we were on Loch Lomond.
That's our boat.
We had a boat in Loch Lomond and we called it the Clare. Just being able to go away up the loch and enjoying ourselves, wasn't it?
Barbecues, going from island to island.
Barbecues,
Yeah, that was good.
Very good, aye.
Picture of me and my boyfriend when he fell over in Grove Centre. Because I kind of pushed him into one of the pillars and he hit his hip, so he fell onto the floor.
And you love that one just because of the motion?
Yeah.
I love that.
It's just funny.
And when I was talking to these people and asking them, what was your favourite image? It was so lovely to hear people were enjoying Polaroids and slightly blurry pictures and recalling with great detail what it felt when they saw those images and why they loved them. What's your favourite photo?
It's a photo of my best friend hidden at the table at school.
What was it that you love so much?
It just reminds me of school.
Perfect. And it got me thinking, what were my favourite images? I mean, what are yours? Put them in the comments. I want to know. What's your favourite photograph?
My children, when they were babies.
Yeah?
Photographed.
What is it about you love so much? Is there one particular picture that really stands out?
Well, yeah, actually, when we were in Turkey on a holiday, they were a bit older then. One was 6 and one was 12.
So this is a picture of a ribbon wall that I took down at the Eden Project when I was on holiday many years ago. It's all individual ribbons that's just tied up onto a wall and just looks really spectacular. The rainbow effect. And I have a selection in front of me here of my personal images. They're not ones that I have necessarily taken. Well, yeah, there is a few actually, I'm lying. But they're not ones I've done on a professional capacity. One of my favourite ones of recent times is this tintype that my friend did of me. And it's not because I'm in it. It was the process and watching her so excited about with this old process and watching how excited she was to do it. I remember sitting really still and the rain was threatening to come down and she was just trying to work out the timing and I was worried I was going to move. And I just remember her when she finally got it and she saw it developing in the tray, how excited she was. That whole process. So this isn't so much an image of me, but it's a complete day with my friend Corinne. And I will tag her because she has a channel on her work. So go support her.
One of my gran.
What do you love about it?
It's her in that element.
Anything special particularly?
She's a legend.
The other one that stands out for me is this one. And it is a naff image, I'm going to be blunt. I was 16, about to join the military, literally like a couple weeks off. I was living in Northern Ireland, I was attending college, and I took this image. It was the first time I studied photography to a point where I was like, hey, I really enjoy this. I chose the film stock. I developed it on myself in the dark of the help of a guy called Frankie, who was the assistant there. And this was the first one where I went, hey, I can do this process. And it has ignited my love with film photography ever since. And it is an appalling subject, but I keep it because this was the one that reminded me I was capable of more than what I think people expected me to do.
I've got a photo of me and my nan that just reminds me of so many memories of growing up. And when she passed away, I actually used the money to buy my dog.
Let's just go to the dog. What's your name? He's like, no, I'm not talking to you today. What's his name?
His name's Marvel.
Marvin?
Marvel.
Marvel Comics?
Yeah.
I love it. If you ever come to my house, there is always a Polaroid around and I enjoy taking photos, or Instax, whatever it is. And I've got a stack of the Instax Mini 8s.
It's probably a picture of me with my maid dress for some reason.
Okay.
I took a picture of my maid dress. It was just something unique, and obviously I did all my makeup and everything. It was just something different to do, so.
And I take Polaroids quite a lot and Instax because they're really cute and fun and they're really good for the kids. And I have so many of my dogs, particularly this one is my dog Pickle, who passed away, and it's like it's awful, even years later, it's awful. But I love that I did it on the whim and she's got that silly face, and I love having these around. They're small, I can put them in my wallet and carry them around. There's so many pictures of friends and silly antics and stupid outfits and stuff, and I love that these are here.
Base Camp Kilimanjaro.
Wow, amazing.
This was just lifting, and we all started mucking around with cameras and got a picture that just looks perfect. But it's not perfect because the light wasn't right, but it just looks good.
But the two that really are the hardest for me to, would be the hardest for me to lose, aren't because they are who's in the picture as such, it's actually who's really not. So these are of me, we believe, of me as a baby, well, toddler. And it's not, I know, right? Outfit choices. It's not so much that I'm in the photo. It's what's not in the photo. Because there's this one, I'm alone. But in the background, I can see a picture of 2 children here. I don't want to upset anybody or trigger anybody, but I don't have a relationship with either side, maternal or paternal, to any degree as such. And there's reasons for that. But I don't remember my grandparents, particularly on my paternal side. And I don't know whose home this is. It's a connection, and I feel like that's the only connection I have to pre me, like before it's hard to explain without upsetting too many people, but basically there's a point in my life where everything suddenly changed for a reason. And this is that life before. Like, there's someone's hands here. I don't know whose hands these are. Someone once told me it was my paternal grandmother, but I don't know. I don't know who that is, but these are me existing somewhere. So these are really important, not because I'm in them, but they hint at a past that I have no idea about.
So this is my favourite photo.
I love that.
Mainly because it wasn't supposed to be like a good photo as such, we just took it, and my hair looks good, and also Charlotte looks good too, and I like my shirt as well.
I love that, thank you.
I've got a Polaroid of my girlfriend and I from when we first went away together.
What do you love so much about it?
I don't know, it's on my mirror, so I look at it every day, and I just like it because it reminds me of when we first got together.
Tell me, what is your favourite photo? Don't get worried about gear. Don't get worried about what equipment's coming out and that you need to have this, you need to have this camera. Because ultimately, photography is storytelling for the most part. There are obviously genres it's not quite so storytelling, but storytelling. And sometimes you want perfect, and these people just want their stories told so they can hold the memories. And you'll often find that clients will favourite images that you will be like, huh, you like that one? Okay. You know, I love taking shots that are more natural with people out and about, getting them laughing and joking. And I can guarantee I will sell more images of my clients laughing and joking than I will of them looking stoic. Because that's what people want to remember. That's what people like. Like blurry pictures at parties, people love them, of people being silly, dancing. You know, that's why people love reception photos so much at a wedding. So just remember, try not to get too bogged down with gear and equipment and getting yourself in a fluster because you don't have the latest tech. Just focus more on the storytelling, because as your people you just heard on the street, not one of them spoke about equipment and settings. They spoke about the memories and the feelings they got from those photos. I hope this is helpful. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell button. I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you.